Hello, today we're gonna dive in the Tune tab of the Erae Lab and explore all its parameters, especially Expressivity tune and control change. Let's start with the Expressivity tune. This section lets you customize 3 important parameters affecting the way your Erae is going to interpret your playing. In the Expressivity tune there are 3 tabs. 1. Pressure, which is the MPE equivalent to aftertouch in standard MIDI. 2. Glissando, and 3. Vibrato. Let's start with pressure. Once enabled, you can assign any parameters to the pressure applied after the initial contact with the surface. Here, I use Faceplant Synth and map the pressure to the distortion mix. Let's hear it. You can adjust the minimum and maximum value of the pressure with the min max slider. Let's set the minimum value at 50. Now let's explore the second tab, Glissando. Glissando is a technique consisting in sliding the pitch between a starting and a destination note. Instead of playing discrete notes, I'll play them continuously. The smoothing parameter acts like the glide time parameter on most monosynths. With smoothing at minimum value, the pitch will follow the finger gesture instantaneously. Let's set it up at 0. At a higher value, the glissando will be very slow. Tune lock stands for tune location. This parameter changes the behavior of a keyboard element. Pad is the mode in which the pitch is determined by the location of your finger on the x-axis of a key. The key reed or keyboard will then act like a fretless instrument. Finger is the mode in which the pitch is determined by the key that is being pressed. In other words, the keyboard will act in a more traditional way, just like a piano. Another important parameter is the in-tune width. It will act differently in pad or finger mode. In pad mode, an area is set within your key where the pitch is guided to the corresponding note. In pad mode with in-tune width set to 100, all the key's surface will be in tune. When in-tune width is set to 0, only the very center will be in tune. In finger mode, the in-tune width parameter behaves like the gauge of a string. At 0, the slightest of your movement will make a note bend. At 100, it will have almost no effect. In conclusion, to have a piano-like keyboard element, you should set these parameters. If you want your element to act more like a continuum to explore microtonal music, you should set up your keyboard element like so. Now the last tab, Vibrato parameter. Vibrato is a technique consisting of quick pitch variations around a note. The setup of the vibrato is pretty straightforward. We have strength and return speed. Strength will change the amount of pitch variation induced by your movement. At 0, big movements will not change the pitch. On the contrary, a high value will make it very responsive. Return speed acts as a timer. The higher the value, the shorter it is. That's it. I hope you found this tutorial useful. Try to explore using the glissando and vibrato all at once. This is really one of the selling points on the Erae. Have fun!